Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another videos. Manchester United to Leeds United to this isn't the result what we wanted. This isn't the result what we expected. We expected to win because Leeds United are crap at the moment right now, right? And they are now in the 7th position, 70th position, which means they are way worse. And then they recently sacked the hardcore Jesse March, and now the way they play is completely different. It was very difficult for Manchester United to play against because technically, physically, they were every step ahead of us. So this is just the way we expected. But I think even though we didn't win this game, I think we should be proud of it because of course there is nothing to proud unless if you win it. But there are a lot of things we need to talk about except the winning, right? Of course, we conceded 2 goals first. 58 seconds of the first half. What was that, right? What was that? We didn't expect it. I couldn't even finish my, coffee. That was so quick. That was so quick, and they score, and then we immediately know that we need to score. Bad as soon as possible because they are trying to destroy our better play, and they are trying not to concede against us because they have 1 goal. That is enough for them because as long as they can play strongly in their defense, there is no way we are going to break it, is it right? That's why 1 goal is enough for them. That's why they're trying to waste their time. They're trying to waste their playing time in the first half, obviously, but we trying to win the game. We trying to score. Garnacho had a pretty great chances. Completely by Bruno Fernandes. The pass was fantastic. Even though Bruno Fernandes didn't have a good games, he created really great chances. Like he crossed for Garnacho at the first half, and Garnacho missed. And then secondly he threw the ball to the Garnacho, and Garnacho dribbled past the goalkeeper, and then he feinted one defender trying to score it. He kicked it, and Leeds defender clear with their hands. So that's why Garnacho had a pretty great chances to lead for Manchester United, and he didn't use it. All right. That's why even though Bruno Fernandes didn't have a great game, he still delivered some of the important moment for Manchester United. And then when it comes to the second half, of course, unfortunately, Rafael Varane scored an own goal. This was very, and then it's a little bit controversial. It was a little bit controversial because when it's coming to better play from the goal, for this goal from the Leeds better play, the ball touched the player's hand, so this was a little bit controversial. But it is what it is, right? We can do nothing about it. The match was finished, so we conceded 2 goals at the 3 minutes of the second half. At the start of 3 minutes of the second half, and I would really enjoy the Jadon Sancho goal. Sancho came off from the bench, and he showed really great performance, and he scored 1 goal. I was so happy because he equalized for Manchester United. Marcus Rashford scored at header, of course, from beautiful cross from the Diogo Dalot. Except from that assist from the Diogo Dalot, in my opinion, Dalot was shit all the match. Okay, he couldn't defend against the winger from Leeds United. He couldn't cross anymore. He only crossed the beautiful pass to Marcus Rashford, and we scored it. Okay, so except from that, Diogo Dalot was pretty shit performance against Leeds United. Jadon Sancho are fantastic. He didn't play most of the time, but I think he gonna get some minutes more than this. Okay, in coming days, we don't know, but I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. We showed our character, even though we didn't win the games. Our player trying to show that they have a great character. They're trying to win the game. They're not giving up. Until the whistle blows. That's why I think we showed our character. Yes, we didn't win the games. We didn't get the 3 points. We drew 2 points. Yes, but I'm really proud of it. If we think about back in Cabello season ago, if we concede first goal, the biggest the biggest hope for that match for us is a point. That's it. If we concede an early goal, the match will finish whether we could draw or whether we could lose. That's it. There's no win. We don't have any expectation in our hearts. We don't have any hopes in our mind that we could win even though we concede a goal. If we took back to the couple of seasons ago. But at the moment, we concede 2 goals and we trying to score 2 goals back, and we did it. We drew it. Yes, we didn't win the games, but I'm proud of it. This is our character. The players showed that they don't want to lose. The players showed that they want to win the games, right? So Eric Tanga and players need to focus on the next game. Of course, it is what it is. We couldn't do nothing about it, but there is something we can do, that is focusing on the next game, because next game will be Ellen Road against Leeds United. So we are going to play 2 consecutive games against Leeds United, which means it will be super difficult, and it could be another entertaining matches for us. And then there is one player I want to talk about, Fred. I couldn't believe it. Against Manchester City and against Crystal Palace the other days ago, when we lose Casemiro because he saw the red cards, and then Fred's performance was outstanding. But today against Leeds United, Fred, he was shit. I'm sorry to say that, but he was shit. We cannot rely on Fred and McTominay. Okay, I'm not gonna bring McTominay in here because he didn't involve it. So I'm not gonna trust Fred, and that's why that is the reason why our Manchester United fans never ever trust Fred and Scott McTominay. Fred, of course, because we cannot rely on these guys. So we lost Casemiro, and and Eriksen will be on the sideline next couple of months, and then we will lose Donny van de Beek the rest of the season, which means we don't have much choice when it comes to midfield options. We have a Kobe Miyano and Zidane Igbe. Forget about it. Okay, those guys are not ready for this kind of high tempo games, right? So we have a Sabitzer. Think about Sabitzer. He's a new player coming from the Bundesliga. Very different, completely different, competition, completely different hype, completely different tempo, completely different, pressing games, But he didn't even play 90 minutes. He played 70 minutes against Crystal Palace, and now he played, I think, about 80 minutes. So my point is, he didn't have much game time, but he showed what he can handle of it. Okay, he showed he have a capability. He showed that he can, control this midfield. Imagine we are going to face Leeds United when we have a Casemiro and Sabitzer. That is the match we are going to win. That is a definitely, I can assure that is we are going to win. That match we are going to win. Fred, we cannot say like, oh, we lost Casemiro, we don't have an Eriksen, we will lose, Donny van de Beek, the rest of the thing. You know what? We have a Fred, because Fred showed his performance against Manchester City, against Crystal Palace a couple of days ago. No, we cannot think like that, because this guy, we cannot rely on him. Okay, we cannot rely on him. That's why, it's not a great for the Fred, And then Alejandro Garnacho, our star players. Yes, but there are a lot of criticize for him, but I don't think we should criticize for him, even though he's struggled against Allen, right? He's trying to pass Allen, but he has the weakness of his physical are so weak, and he need to work on it physically. He need to work on the finishing. That is all he need to do. He has a talent. He trying really hard, and he was effective one. Every time he gets the ball, every time he trying to pass, against Leeds United defense, Leeds United defense always worry. At least 2 players are trying to stop him. That what it means? It means he dragging at least 2 players from Leeds United to open the other space. That is what it is. Even though we are criticizing for him not to finish because he has a great 2 chances, but I think he was great. And then of course Marcus Rashford didn't show up himself at the first time because he was playing right wing at the moment, because Garnacho will never ever can play. Garnacho is no way Garnacho can play on the right hand side because Marcus Rashford has experience, for the right wing. That's why every time I use Marcus Rashford as the right winger, Garnacho as a left winger. And then when it's come to Jadon Sancho came on, everything is changed. Fantastic. Pelistri got a really great chance, and then he showed it. That's why I think Jadon Sancho fantastic. Vegas limited player. Bruno Fernandes, he didn't have a great game, but he produced some of the really great chances. And Marcus Rashford still scoring. Garnacho show performance. Jadon Sancho won the games. Jadon Sancho won the game. This was the moment we are waiting for, right? This was the moment we are waiting for. That's why we always, asking the Eric Ten Hag, when Eric Ten Hag, use, Jadon Sancho at the start of the match. So here we are. He didn't start the match, but he showed his performance. He scored a goal. It was great for us. Okay, so of course this is not the games and the results what we expected, because we dropped 2 points. And we are now at the state 3rd place by playing more 1 games than Newcastle, and then we have 3 points ahead of Newcastle. If Newcastle beat next games, they are going to be 3rd place because they have a goal different. And of course we are now 7 points away from the Torino and Arsenal place, and they have 2 games in hand, which means there's no way we are going to hope for title race. Forget about it. Top 4 Champions League, that is the best thing for us. We don't need to think about the titles. We don't need to think about the Premier League titles. Alright. So what do you think about today's games, guys? Make sure in the comment below. Thanks for watching, guys.